Good morning, everyone. Hi, guys. It's Sarah, and I'm playful Mr. Frankles. Say hi, Frank. Say hello. I just wanted to jump on really quickly, just have a chat with people, really, because I'm off to the vets tomorrow, and it's not because any of the pups are poorly. It's actually we're doing some preventative work. So I just wanted to understand from you guys, like, do you know what titer testing is? Hey, Mags. Just see Margaret just pop on. Just give everyone a minute or so. That's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Do you know what titer testing is, and do you know why it could be so important for your dog? It took me a while to hear about titer testing. It's something I've heard about for the last year or so. And yes, a test that I'm going to get done with my dogs. Right, so if you don't know what titer testing is, it's a bit like, how can I describe it? Okay, I can't really find something that I can, relate it back to in a human sense. But in effect, the dogs get their vaccinations when they're puppies, right? And that's super important. No one's suggesting that their dogs should not get maybe the vaccinations done when they're babies. But there is no need to be vaccinating every year because most of the vaccinations that they get when they're small and through having a species-appropriate diet and by having natural supplements, they build up their own immunity. Or they have immunity left from these injections that they have when they're small. And my biggest concern is, hi Michelle, hi Margaret, just being really honest. Like, I want my dogs to live till they're 100. Hey Sarah. And Sarah, I'm just telling everybody here about titer testing because we're off to get titer tested tomorrow. So let me know if that's something you know about. Yeah, so I want Frank and Lulu to live to their 100. I'm not going to lie to you. And anything I can do to make that more possible, make them live longer and happy lives, I'm going to do it. And one of the things that I really don't like to do is to give injections for the sake of injections. Like, why would I fill my dog up with chemicals when it's already got an immunity? But the only way that you can actually find out whether or not your dog's got immunity is actually to have what's called a titer test done. And the titer test is a really, really quick and easy way to find out what immunity is already in their blood for things like parvo, kennel cough, and some of the big, really nasty ones. So we're going off to our vets. Our vet is in Surrey. It's quite a well-known vet for people who have bulldogs. They have got a very, very good reputation. I was really excited when I found out that they've actually started doing titer testing, but titer testing in-house, which means I'm going to get the results in the same day. I'm paying... Frank, come here. Stop doing that. He's sniffing around her bitties for no reason. Sorry, I don't like him sniffing around her bitties. Come here. So we're going to be paying about £36 per dog to have it titer tested. So it's not expensive. And I'm going to know firsthand from a vet that I trust, who is a traditional vet, by the way, but he does recognise that... more and more people want to know what their dog's immunity looks like. They don't want to fill them for chemicals naturally. And, I think the sense of logic of if you're going to put chemicals in your dog's body, that's not going to be good for them. What's that going to do to their organs long term? And I don't want to do that. That's it. So I'm going to go and get titer tested tomorrow. So it depends on how Frank and Lulu behave themselves. But so my appointment tomorrow is at 12:30. If you want to see firsthand, and maybe I'll see if the vets will just do a little talk for a few minutes afterwards. How would you guys feel about that? Is that something you would like? Can I get them to just do a quick little live stream and tell you all about titer testing, what they think about it, why they're doing it? Is that something you want to hear from a vet, themselves, what their views are on it, why they think it's important, why they're doing it, because they are doing it. They're not just doing it because of the money, they're doing it because they recognise that that's what people want. So if you want to see that titer test live, and obviously some of that is going to be dependent on how the dogs react, because my dogs don't actually... I don't think my dogs have ever had a blood test because they're never sick, other than one time when Lulu got sick. So Margaret's definitely saying that's something she wants. I think Eileen is. She's given me a little thumbs up. So if the dogs behave themselves, absolutely, I'll do that. At minimum, I'll see if we can just do... At minimum, I will just see if we can just get the lovely vet. Well, I think we've got Maggie tomorrow. And Maggie is the daughter of a vet that I absolutely adore. I've only met him twice, but I adore him because I love everything that he stands for. So if that's you want to set your alarms for 12:30 tomorrow, because I'll be doing it as a live stream. Hey, buddy, you want to say hello to all your friendies? Also, another thing as well, I know I'm a little bit on the back foot with this because I've only recently been able to successfully transition from kibble to raw, and we did talk about this in this group. But if any of you guys have got Netflix and you're stuck indoors today, like I am, because it's too hot, and I've got sunburn as well. I went out for a coffee yesterday. It was not good. Get on Netflix and watch a program, Pet Food. It's all about the kibble industry. It's got Dr. Karen Becker in it, and it has got Dr. Barbara Royal, who are two vets that I absolutely love, like I'm obsessed with. Bruce and I absolutely are obsessed with Karen Becker, and he got to meet her and I didn't, and that's always been my bone of contention with Bruce. I'm like, yeah, you've got to get a kiss off Dr. Karen Becker. She is an incredible vet, and she's a big part of the story. And anyway, I didn't realise that the reason that the kibble industry even started in the UK was during the war. Right? How bad is this? During the war, the use of aluminium cans was banned because they were using it for ammunition. So they had to do something to the pet food so that it could be transported in paper. That's the only reason that kibble exists. It wasn't for health benefits. It wasn't, that's what dog food was always like. I definitely, and Michelle's agreeing with me. If you haven't seen that, Pet Food, it's on Netflix. I know most people have a Netflix account. Like, get on and check it out. I found it, like, deeply troubling, like, how much, specifically, I mean, they did focus on America, because it's, Dr. Karen Becker and Dr. Barbara Royal are both Americans, or Canadians, I'm not sure. Well, they're in North America. So it did focus on the American food industry and all those kind of things. And it was shocking, the lack of, like, what I would say is probably, like, empathy, interest. They talked about, like, some of the treats that have been killing dogs, and the lack of, like, the fact that, our dogs are treated as property. So therefore, their life isn't deemed as, hold on a minute, guys, I am just going to check something quickly. I'm really multitasking this morning. I was like, I want to jump on and have a chat with everybody whilst sitting on the floor, whilst cuddling the dogs. The coffee's over there, and I'm cooking my husband a bacon sandwich. So if you're kind of sitting at home this morning, definitely take a look at Pet Food. Have a look at, like, all the information out there about Titre testing before we do our video tomorrow. I'm really glad I'm doing this because also it's a thing that's been raised a couple of times by people, and I have to admit to you, I don't have all the answers yet, which was, if you're not doing chemical flea and worm, if you're not doing boosters, where does that leave you with the insurance companies? Well, my advice to you would be, if you have your dog Titre tested, you could probably appeal any instances whereby your insurance company would say to you, we're not covering you because you haven't been doing your boosters, or we won't cover you because you've not been using chemical treatments. Now, with the boosters, they can know that you've not been, like, having vaccinations, but my argument with chemical flea and worm, and we started talking about this a little bit last night with a few people, and I'll save that for another time, is there is there's no way for the insurance companies to evidence whether or not you've been using natural flea and worm or chemical, but the boosters, obviously, they can. So if you're not going to vaccinate and you don't want to vaccinate, I don't want to vaccinate, I'd rather find natural methods to keep my dogs alive as long as possible and live till they're super old. Frank and I have already had a chat, and we've decided, even though the average lifestyle for a bulldog is like 10, he and I have had a chat. He's going to make it to 15. I'm absolutely determined. He's going to be 4 this year, and I can't. No, he's staying till 15. So if you kind of want to know a little bit more about Titre testing, definitely do some research online and Google. I'll come back and do something tomorrow in the vets with Maggie, and just get her to have a really, really quick chat with you if she's willing to. And just, I would really recommend, it shouldn't cost you a lot of money. If somebody's going to look to cost you a lot of money, charge you a lot of money for a Titre test, I would challenge it. So like I said, I'm paying £36 per dog, and that's for in-house results. So you would argue that probably in-house results should be more expensive than if they were sending it away somewhere, because they have to have the equipment to do it. So have a look into it. I wanted to just kind of share that with you whilst I'm, like, sitting on the floor, playing with the dogs, hanging out, and just having a bit of a lazy day. Although I will be online very, very shortly. Hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday. I know Mags, you just said you were off to the Bulldog barbecue. I'm assuming that's for the Edward Foundation. Have a lovely, lovely time. And if anyone wants to see the Titre testing live tomorrow, set your alarms for 12:30. I'll be going live on the group to show you how that's done. All right, speak to you later. Bye. Frank, was you going to come say bye? Frank said bye, bye.